Hello, everybody. Do you feel it? Do you feel that sense of overwhelming sadness and depression leaking into your life? If you do, it's because it is time for another Zyuohger cube review. Yes, I brought my friend with me here today. I use that term loosely because he is a monster. You are a monster. Yes, this is Wild King, Wild Monster Cube, Ball of Garbage, whatever you want to call him. I don't speak Japanese. But yeah, so really, I mean, he's fully formed. He's got the little orange piece over here. He's going to have a little purple piece over here. Doesn't really do anything. Gives the illusion of depth. But as we've already discussed, he's a giant T. He sucks. Yeah, so I guess this is the part where I bring out the little purple mole, drill mole, whatever he is, I don't know. I believe it's a Mogura is the Japanese word, and that's always how, it's kind of always weird with Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff like that, where when there's proper like names of animals or things like that, sometimes they use the Japanese word, sometimes they use the English word. Don't know why they don't just say mole and giraffe, but instead they say Kirin and Mogura but the other five main ones are their actual animal. I don't know. But this is not going to take very long, as the giraffe did not take very long, so I'm going to unbox this. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the upcoming formations, because we did get pictures this last week of what is to come for Zyuohger and its monster line. So I got this from, where did I go this time? CS Toys. I had to go there. They didn't, you know, it's one of my few places I always go to, always check. And I believe there was a special bonus with it, and I have that here, so we will look at that as well. Here's some Japanese newspaper. Ooh, Japanese newspaper. Box. See, again, so small. One of the adorable things that CS Toys does, as opposed to, say, bigger retailers, is that they try to throw in like a little bonus or a little card, something just to say thank you. It's, you know, they give it a little personal touch, which I really appreciate. See, they got a little card. There's an adorable stamp of Zyuoh Tiger on it, and then just a little thank you, personalized. Isn't that nice? That's very nice, CS Toys. I like that. Another bonus, if you buy any of the deluxe cubes the last couple weeks or so, is they give you this play mat for Zyuohger. I will try to be careful and open this. It's just a little, you know, little thank you, little thanks for investing the line. Sometimes they do stuff like this, not always. This is a season that doesn't have like collectibles, like the batteries or engine cells or cards or anything like that. So instead of giving you like exclusive of those, they give you a fun little thing like this. So let's see what we have. Oh. Okay, so see, you got this. You can cut out and you can fold the actual cube. The cube, you know, that they use for the transportation in between Zyuoh world and our world. And then there's little paper stands for the 5 rangers, plus the gorilla form for red. So that's really neat. And then here is a giant map, which pretty much, I guess it's supposed to be it's a map of Zyuoh world, and it shows like different continents and where you would find the 5 main, well, the 5 main and the 2 bonus ones, where they would like be on that map. You know, what parts of the world they'd be on. And then the back, it just has the all the cubes next to their corresponding rangers and the combinations that we have so far. So, you know, it's just a fun little advertisement, fun little map to have. Put your stuff on. It's just a cool little deal, you know? Nice little collectible. You could probably put this up on your wall as a nice poster if you felt like it. So, that's a pretty neat little item. Moving on to less neat things, the actual toys. Okay, you get bonus points just for being a mole. Well, not for being a mole. Why did I say being a mole? Being purple. Because purple is my favorite color. Shout out to Prince. Purple is my favorite color. So, you know, you can't be the worst thing in the world if you're purple. Compared to all of the other ones, you're automatically better just for being purple. So, you know. Let me entertain myself by looking at the instructions. I'm sure they're very deep and detailed. Oh, look. Fold. Fold. You're done. Wow. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle all this. Okay, so here it is in cube form. You know, small little cube, just like the orange one. Unfold once. Fold out the nose, and you've got the drill mode. It's a mole. Doop. And oh, I want you to, if you fold this over, fold this back, then it has a little handle. So, well, it'd have to be on this side, but so one of the actually, it's supposed to be here. Yeah, so I can hold it. Whoop-de-freaking do. Come on. There it is. Okay. So there's that. And honest, that's it, folks. That is the mole. Then we fold this back down. Fold this back in. I believe is the way they want it. And then it connects over here. There it is. Now it's officially finished. Didn't that last piece just make you go, oh, now it's great. Now it's fantastic. I was agreeing with Jeremy before, but now that he put this on there, I'm like, screw him. He's totally wrong. It's a fantastic design. Everything goes together perfectly. Okay. Now, here's my thing, and I'm just gonna say this out here. I don't overall completely hate this line, despite my pessimism and the jokes I make and all that garbage. I think the concepts are good. The idea of having everybody be a block, you know, is a cool idea. And the actual animal modes for the main 6 are pretty neat. It's cool just seeing, oh, how are they going to find a new direction, a new way to unfold what is ostensibly the exact same thing into a different animal. So that's a neat idea. But the thing is that that limits your ability to create interesting combinations, and it also just, I don't know. I think the problem with this line is that it's focused so much on the end game. That's the thing we've had a lot, probably since, I would say, Zyuohger was the first big one, where the whole idea was everything combines. Now, they don't do it every year, but it's the idea of there's no leftover pieces. It isn't, okay, we can make this Megazord and this Megazord and this one over here, and maybe these ones can combine to a bigger one, but this one's still by itself. You know, that sort of thing. Zyuohger was the first one where it's like, okay, we got the G3, G6, G9, G12, and yes, they still had a standby, you know, with the wheel. But overall, everything combined. And it's a neat idea, but the thing is either that end piece ends up looking like a big clusterfuck, or the modes before it look very weak and not very, like, anatomically it's kind of iffy. Things are too big, things are too small, because they're just trying to make sure you get all the limbs in there and still have the pieces that they need for the final combination. That's the thing, is something ends up being sacrificed. If you don't worry about that and just have, you know, certain bigger combinations, but you're not always focused on everything combining, then you can have a lot better aesthetics. I looked at the pictures for what's coming up in Zyuohger, and now first we have the gold, okay, because the 6th Ranger has a gold cube and a silver cube, which are very similar to the main cubes. They act as hands for the 6th Ranger's mecha. They're pretty standard. And then what's interesting is his third mecha, it's not a cube. It's cube-like, but it really is just a big black long trailer, kind of like a carrier mecha. And he can fold out, into its own mecha, and then the other two cubes can attach his arms. And it looks kind of okay, but again, it reminds me a lot of the Six Rangers from Go Under, back to that, where the whole whale into the Megazord was very, like, the legs were very thin because they were just made out of the whale tail. And the arms were giant because they were each individual mechas. So it just felt like it was bad anatomically. And it's the same thing with this. It doesn't look awful, but it's clearly being sacrificed a little bit there. Now, when that combines with this, I'm actually okay with the design. It sounds bad on paper, but it's all black, but the cubes just are, two of them are the feet, two of them are on the shoulders, one's in the chest. And that's really it. They're there as cubes. They're just as cubes. But visually, it looks cool. Seeing the bright cube pieces in the middle of the mostly black mecha, it looks pretty sweet. I'm okay with it. And then later on, they have a whale. Now, there's also a condor, but it's just a repaint of the gorilla, and it's for the movie most likely, so whatever. But the condor, not the condor, why did I say condor? But the whale. The whale, it's a red whale because the Red Ranger can get another mode again because it's the Red Ranger. The Red Ranger always needs a new mode. It acts as a carrier. It also is the base for the final combination. And what surprises me is we don't have a full great picture of it. We just have like an outline. But if the outline is what we think it is, this is potentially the biggest final mecha of all time. Like, this is going to be the tallest, at least. It might not be the heaviest, might not be the widest, but it's definitely probably the tallest. It looks like, now you see the little weapon cubes? There's two more of them coming. And what's going to happen is the arms are going to be fully formed arms, but to create the bulk of them, there's going to be two cubes on each side, two of these. And the legs, the bases of the legs, are 4 friggin' cubes a piece. I believe that's, so that would be, yeah, because there's 8 regular cubes, counting the 2 for the Six Ranger. Think of that. Think of that. This is the size of this guy's body. The whole entire length of his body is 4 cubes. So this is 1 leg. So one of him, another one here, and then more on top of that. I mean, obviously the legs are the largest part of the body, but still, I mean, that's up to here. If I'm, I mean, somewhere up here, that's incredibly tall. That is ridiculously tall. I don't know what it's going to look like aesthetically. It's a red whale. I don't know what we're going to get from that. It's also a carrier. But, wow, I mean, that's ambitious. But again, it's going to have 0 articulation, probably. It's just going to be a big old block, which a lot of the final mecha are. But, I don't know. These final combinations on paper look good. They look like, at least, they're interesting designs. They're unique. They're, you can clearly tell one from another. It's not like it's just adding more on top of it. Like, when they make a new mecha, they completely reorient everything on it. So that's cool. But wow, I mean, this is the thing, It's like, to get to those final cool things, we have this thing in between. Like, to me, that's not right. To me, that's poor decision-making when it comes to designs. And I know a lot of people love the line. Surprisingly, I actually looked on the message boards, and a lot of people do love the line. So, and I can understand it because of its uniqueness, but from its practicality, it's still lacking quite a bit to me. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Shark crotch should not be above your belly button if you were an actual character. It just shouldn't. Now, the suit on TV looks fine, but this, no. No. Alright, folks, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. As always, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. I'm always, all about that. That helps me a lot. I'm glad I'm getting some good response from you guys. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Come on, guys. Tell a few people out there. I'd love to get to 100. I don't know what I would do then, but, it'd just be nice to get 3 digits. Anyway, I got another Loot Anime unboxing coming for you in a couple days. I know that's not my most popular video, but I really am digging them. I'm really having fun with them. I wasn't sure about Loot Anime initially, but It's good. Check it out, please, if you haven't already. And that's going to be it for me until the next cubes come out. That will be all the 6 Ranger cubes. Should have those in probably next month. So I'm going to see you for now. I will leave you with a few uninterrupted seconds of silence staring at this awful beast because, I don't know, I like to torture people. Someone besides me needs to be tortured.